Yo, YouTube. Before I start this video, my apologies for my mic. My mic has been weird lately. I don't know why. I'm definitely gonna buy me a new mic soon. So sorry about that. This video is RP whips, RP cards that you need. So let's say if you're doing like a hood RP or a CVC, these are the type of cards that you will need to get. This is my personal opinion. These are the cards I use, but I guarantee you some other people use. If you use these cards in a role play or a CVC on console, hey, just let me know. Once again, I'm so sorry for my mic doing that little weird beeping noise. I really need to get another mic. I just started a new job. At the moment I'm working 2 jobs right now. I got class, so please forgive me if y'all actually like the videos and stuff. But for right now, I'm just gonna upload this just so I can put y'all on game onto the cards I need to be using. These are mainly 4-doors, but like I said, these are my cards. I recommend using these cards for like a video and stuff like that. But not for video, for like RPs. But let me know how y'all think about these. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get straight to this video.
I see a princess, man, I feel just like a simp. Man, I am obsessed.
Alright, so we're gonna start off easy and strong with this one card. This is the Rebula. It's basically a BMW, I believe M3, please do not come from my head. But it's a little hatchback car. It is a 4-door, but do I recommend this for hood RPs? No, because it is very slow, it is not durable, and let's be real, you will not see anybody in the hood with this. If you do, then I will. I highly recommend using this car for like CVCs. It is a wonderful looking car. When it's not lowered, in my opinion, it looks pretty decent. Most of y'all will probably like the car lowered, but I highly recommend you keep the car like how this is. In my opinion, this is a cool car. Wouldn't use it for hood RPs, but definitely would drive it around in hood RPs if I could, depending on what the rules is. CVCs, I would definitely drive this around because it's a 4-door. Just in case if my friends and them want to hop in the car too. So I mean there'll be like 4 people up in there. But yeah, I highly recommend that y'all get this whip. Up next is everyone's favorite. I guarantee you if you're in a hood RP or a CVC, you're going to see this car. The Buffalo STX, which is like the Scat Pack, Hellcat, whatever y'all want to call this. I'll call this a Scat Pack or a wide body, but they go by different names. This car is very fast. You can get bulletproof windows, so like it'll take like more than a couple bullets for somebody to shoot through your windows. Perfect for RPs, perfect for CVCs, getaway drives. The only thing I can say I don't like about this car is that everybody drives it. Kid you not, if you're in a hood RP, I guarantee you by like 3 or 4 people are gonna have the car. It is a good car, but it's definitely overused. But like I said, if you're new to role playing on console, I highly recommend that you use this Buffalo STX. It is definitely going to help you. It looks good. The customizations are good. By all means, I recommend getting this Buffalo STX. This is a wonderful looking car. I'm pretty sure, like if you're in a hood RP, like I said, you will most likely, highly likely to see this car. Alright, on to one of my personal favorites. This is like a very old car. This is the Shafter something. I know it's called the Shafter, but it's not the Shafter. The Schwarzer Shafter, something like that. But there's a 2-door version of this car, and there is a 4-door version of this car, and there is an armored version of this car. I don't prefer the armored one because it looks weird, but I honestly enjoy driving this car. It looks good in most colors. The back of it is kind of off and the front of it is kind of off. I only like it because, you know, it's a 4-door and I can low-key use it for any RP. If I see too many of one car in the RP, I'm most likely going to use this car. It's pretty fast for its like weird looking car look. Would I use this for hood RPs? Yes. CVCs? Yes. Interior design, it could use some work, but overall it's a cool looking car. And plus it's not even that expensive. It's like, what, about 20 something, not even 20 something bands. It is not a meal, just know that. So if you want a cheap car, I recommend getting this for RPs, no cap. Alright. This one is the OG. I like this car highly because it's the Bison. People would think it's a Chevy, but look, this is why I like this Bison. It can hold 6 people. It is very slow, but it is a good hood car. Like if you're in a hood RP and you see me in this, I'm probably running like 5 deep with people. Like I'm talking about people smoking in the back seat or people on the trunk causing some havoc or something. I say havoc. What? Havoc. But I highly recommend you buy this car just because you can hold 4 people. More than 4 people actually. Hold 6 people. It is not that fast, and drive-bys in this car will be so fun. And let's say if you're doing like a school RP on console, you can like you pull up and be like, hey, this my uncle truck, you feel me? Like I gotta use his Chevy, my car in the shop, blah blah blah. So like it's a cool, calm car. Would I drive this in RPs? Any RP, I would definitely drive this in. No matter if it's CBCs, hood, school. Shoot, a rich RP, I would drive this. But overall, I recommend getting a Bison. It is very cheap. It is not a mill. It's about like 15, 60 bands on GTA. But yeah, I highly recommend you get this car. No cap. Alright, on to another personal favorite. I'm telling you, these are all my favorites. The Sultan Classic. See, it is a 4-door. And it's very small, but it is very fast. Well, not faster than the Buffalo STX, but it can pick up on its high top speed pretty quickly. What do I don't like about this car? I don't like the fact that it's like, I don't know, I really feel like this car should be a lot faster. And I think on Southern San Andreas, there's 2 of these. There's a 2-door and a 4-door. If you want to use the 2-door, you can use the 2-door, but I highly recommend using the 4-door. Because like I said, you can fit like 30 people up in there, 4 including you. It could be like your little project car because the customizations on this is actually pretty cool. What I do like about this highly, like I said, the top speed. And if people see me pull up in this, I'm either gonna cause havoc and run off as fast as I can, or I'm gonna be on my JDM nerd car geek stuff. So like I said, if you want to use this car, I highly recommend using this car. It's cool, it's calm. You can do too much with the car if you want, or you can just keep it calm and clean like how I do. But it's really, really up to you. The car is a good looking car on any color. Yeah, I definitely recommend using this car. Alright, let's take it way back to the OG days. So look, this is a Cadillac. So I love the brown, this color. Can we just admire how good this Cadillac look real quick? Especially with the speakers in the back. But let's be so for real, bro. But that's beside the point. Let's get into the car review of this car. So this is the Albany Cavalcade, something like that. So look, the thing about this car, you really don't need to buy this car. You can really just steal it off the street and put it in your garage, like put the insurance on it. Or you can buy it for the cheap. So it's cheap and it's free. Now, if you want to like customize it, by all means, go ahead and do that. But the car is very slow. I recommend doing this for a hood RP in a CBC. So in a hood RP, I recommend using this one if it's like you're on the block and you like trying to blast your music in the party, or like not in game chat, because game chat is wild, but mainly in the party. So if you're like, you have this out, you got the speakers in your trunk, then I highly recommend playing music. You like the speaker, dude. I just love the color on this car. I just really do love it. What do I don't like about this car? I don't like how, I'm not gonna say bulky, but that is a downside to this car, because that car is very bulky. This nigga did not know how to park. So please forgive me for what I do for this. Please forgive me for what I do for this. You know what? I don't care. I just killed him. But he didn't know how to park. Alright, now look. Hondas are tough. I prefer a Honda than a Scat Pack. That is just my opinion. So look. This right here. Excuse me. This is the Dinka Sugio. I don't really know how to say it. But This is basically a Honda. I would highly recommend this car. Not highly, but the only reason why people don't really drive this car because it's front wheel drive. I understand that it's front wheel drive. Not a lot of people like front wheel drive cars, but this car right here, I love the way it looks. It is an identical replica of the Honda. I highly recommend you get this. I don't care if you're doing like a life RP, CVC, hood RP. I highly recommend you get this car. This car is beautiful. I love it. This is a solid 8 out of 10 car I recommend driving. The interior is beautiful as well, especially with the solid white. It's not as fast, but it looks definitely good when it comes to hood RPs. Alright, we on to the next one. This is a SUV. Now, people think this car is ugly. This is in my eyes, this is a Durango. But I feel like we need another Durango. Rockstar, give us a Trackhawk or a actual Durango. But that's beside the point. This is the Bravado Grizzly, which is a Durango. I like the way it looks. It is not that fast when it picks up its speed. When it picks up its speed, it's pretty fast. I highly recommend using this. You can pay for it, or you can just steal it off the street. So basically, it's cheap and it's free. I highly recommend just stealing it, putting your garage, and putting insurance on it, and do whatever you want to the car. Because I guarantee you, if you are in a hood RP, I guarantee you, this is probably going to want to not steal your whip. If they do steal this whip, they just trying to RP just to RP. Let's keep it realistic. Nobody's gonna steal a Durango. Well, I would. I ain't gonna lie. Let me forget what I just said. Most likely, people are gonna try to steal this car because it is a Durango. But I'd highly recommend getting it. It is not that fast, but it does look good. Less customizations, but you'll have fun driving it. Alright, now we on to the next V. This right here is one of my favorites. This is the Telegate S. So this is a 4-door car. It is like an Audi, like a very old Audi. The reason I prefer this car over some cars is like, I'll probably use this car for school RPs, just because of how old it looks inside. Like the interior, yeah, but when you look at like the lights flickering, like let's see, look at the dashboard for a minute. Let's just look around here real quick. The dashboard, you see how it's green. It's kind of like how my car is IRL, so that's why I kind of bias this car, because it's lucky my favorite. You can like switch the lights, you can see the tags on, but that's on every car. But I pay attention to that minor detail on this car because it kind of reminds me of my IRL car. I have a Honda IRL, but my lights things is kind of just exactly like that. This car can be fast depending on what you do to it. 4-door, of course, you can have your people in there. This is good for CVCs and school. Hood, maybe, because if somebody see a Audi in the hood, I'm not gonna lie, they most likely may steal your V. But if you got that thing on you, you should be straight. So I don't like that the fact that it's like the handling on this car is not that good in my opinion compared to most cars that I've named besides the Sugio and the SUVs. This got like one of the weirdest handling, but this is partially still my favorite. So I recommend getting this car if y'all want a 4-door car for RPs. All right, last but not least, this is my favorite SUV. Well, second favorite SUV. My favorite Yaris, the Pegasus Tauros, which is the Lambo truck. I call it a Yaris. I don't care what none of y'all say. It's like a Lamborghini Yaris. Is that what it is? I'm sorry, I don't really know my cars like that. But this is by far one of my favorite SUVs. You can pull up in the hood, CVC, or a school RP with this car because it's a fast SUV. The handling could use some work. Customizations are fun to use. Like, I guarantee you will have so much fun in this car. The only thing I do not like about this car is the handling. That's pretty much it. Everything on this car is beautiful. The color I picked on here is beautiful. The color you can pick on this car is beautiful. It's really just up to you. I really like this car. That is all for this video, bro. If y'all want me to do a 2-door RP whips, just like for part 2, I might drop part 2. I might have a school video dropping soon, or a rap series video, just let me know. Without further ado, Jordan is out.
You smoke until like we smoke big bomb.